Elon Musk has been trying his best to be as stable as possible when it comes to his thoughts, but at this point it seems like he's too old for that. He recently took over Twitter, which of course is not a bad thing, taking over Twitter by Elon Musk especially means that Twitter now has a lot of budget. But the problem is when he made a lot of decisions inside Twitter which just killed Twitter itself. He removed the current CEO and all the boards of Twitter and decided to control everything himself. There's nothing bad or good to this, to be honest, because at the end of the day, changing the authorities probably will not change anything to the people who use the product. And so is what most people actually thought. But things were about to actually change. Too much, to be honest. Elon Musk then made a small tweet wherein he decided to actually change the way you get the verified check button in Twitter. He decided to keep a price tag which people have to pay in order to have the verified button. At this point I have to think, what were they even thinking while they made this decision? This means that anybody, literally anybody, could go ahead and then have this verified check button, which of course completely loses the exact point of why verified button even exists. There is no reason now why you would want this verified checkmark. This will obviously result in a heavy increase in the number of scams which is gonna take place in Twitter, and also it's gonna increase the number of fake accounts you would have in Twitter. Literally I could go ahead and then create Twitter handle of Mr. Beast and then literally get verified with that. I can be a verified account with the name Mr. Beast on it, and nobody's gonna question me because I am paying for it. And it's not that the paid amount which we have is really high. It's literally $8 a month. $8 a month, and it's not a one-time payment, it's a subscription which you have to do, and you have to pay every month for it. The new verified button is probably gonna be having no value for it now. There are three things which could happen with this. The first one is it's probably gonna be one of those showcase sort of things. If you have a verification checkmark, you'll probably have enough money to just waste on a simple checkmark. Maybe for just show off. The second thing which might happen to this is that it's gonna be looked down upon. People would probably recognize how dumb this idea is and probably would make fun of people who actually have checkmarks. At this point, the only reason you want to have checkmark is to showcase that you have money, and having this would probably become a negative thing in Twitter after a while. The third and the final thing which I think which might happen to this is that people are gonna boycott it. It's gonna become this thing where people would have a checkmark only if they want to scam. That checkmark would only be for scammers and nobody else. And that might be the third thing which might happen. But at the end of the day, the only thing which I am sure will happen is more fake accounts and more scams, which I really hate. So thanks for that, Elon. Like, share, subscribe, follow me on Insta, and I'll meet you in the next video. Goodbye.
Let's go! I'm feeling like I'm winning and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, but I know that I don't and I won't ever stop, cause I gotta win every day. So you really wanna pop me, just know that you will never flop me, and I know that I could be a little